Eric, you want to do the intro?
No, I don't want to do the intro.
Come on.
I don't want to do it. I don't like doing it.
Come on.
Nick, do it.
Welcome to NoTownNerds. I'm Nick.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Eric.
And you can find us at NoTownNerds on Twitter and Stitcher and Instagram.
And Facebook.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And iTunes.
And iTunes. Okay.
Yeah. And soon to be NoTownNerds.com. So the domain has been recently purchased, but nothing is there yet. You get a nice GoDaddy redirect, but hopefully by the time this is up, yeah, we will have set up at least a redirect. We'll send you to our
NoTownNerds.org.
Yeah, we'll send you at least to like our like Facebook page or something like that for now. Yeah, but eventually, like we'll have it'll be the one-stop shop for all your NoTown nerds.
Yep.
Everything.
Look out the Matt Hackney.
Yeah. It'll be easier, right? Because right now, like, we post like there's like 5 links every time we have a new episode or something like that. So it'd be cool just to have one place to send people little links for latest episode and all that jazz. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, you want to tell us tell us what you really think of us, NoTownNerds@gmail.com. All one word, yeah. So, so cool.
That concludes our episode.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Goodbye. Okay, so movie news. Did you guys see? Was it Neil Blomkamp he's gonna direct the next Alien movie?
Right.
Yeah, he posted a Instagram picture of like a sketch.
Well, he released those photos I think around
a couple months ago.
A couple months ago, yeah. And then he was releasing promotional art, and I think they finally worked it out, I guess.
That he wasn't just a Geiger fan?
Like a super huge fan of the movies, which I'm sure he is, but they're kind of, so it's cool. Good for him.
But it's going to be the next Alien movie, not Prometheus 2. Yeah.
I am more on board with the sequel to Aliens than I am the sequel to Prometheus.
Yeah.
Throwing that out there. Mm-hmm. Prometheus is cool, but it wasn't as cool as I wanted to be. It was just too much. I don't know.
Is there more news on it? Like, is there going to be Sigourney Weaver in it?
I think it's just kind of announced right now. I didn't see anything else about it. Nothing else confirmed anyway. Yeah. To be another Alien movie, is it going to be? Is it 5? Technically,
technically,
right? It'd be 5, Alien 5.
Yeah, technically 5. Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of
Prometheus.
Well, if you're not counting the
Prometheus
two,
Prometheus is like a prequel, right? So then
Aliens 1, 2, 3, and then 4.
So you had Resurrection is 4.
Resurrection's the 4th one, and then you have the 2 Aliens vs Predators, and then Prometheus, and now.
So Alien vs Predator is more of a prequel, right? Because it happens in modern day Earth, not in the future Earth. Yeah. Okay, so.
Yes. But movies featuring xenomorphs could be.
Yes. Okay, so if you're counting on the original Alien timeline,
it'd be 4th one.
This would be the fifth movie. How the fuck they already brought her back as the clone in the 4th one.
More clones?
Yeah. So is it going to be? I guess
I'm pretty sure they're going to do something dumb like that.
She didn't survive the last one, so I guess it would be her running around the galaxy.
I really have no idea. I haven't heard anything about what's going on.
I think the last thing I saw her in was Paul.
Paul, yeah, she was that one.
Which that one had some funny moments in it or whatever.
They have a bunch of dumb lines throughout the whole movie.
And
that's no move and stuff like that.
Well, there was the
get away from you, bitch.
The lady that had been abducted as a kid or whatever.
I'm excited because that's cool. I like Neil Blomkamp. I think it could be cool. It could be really cool.
I think it'd be more like Alien.
Cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, it's going to be more like Aliens.
Probably, yeah. Probably a little bit of. It's going to be more of an action horror movie instead of just
see Elysium then?
Yeah.
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 It's alright.
No, it's good. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to Chappie at all.
Really?
At all.
Okay, there's another trailer that just came out that it's super the Ant-word heavy, and I'm going back and forth between hate it, love it, hate it.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
I'm still on the hate it. I've always been on the hate it ever since the first trailer.
The second whatever trailer they released, I was on board. It seemed like it was going to be a cool movie, like what Automata could have been.
Yeah.
Did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
We talked about it the other day when you were shit-faced.
This happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be like any day, Monday through like
That could be
Saturday.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It may be now right now.
Okay,
What's going on?
so Automata, I liked it, like the
Yeah.
theory of it, whatever. It just seems like they spent all their money hiring Antonio Banderas.
Right.
That like
But the
all
roles
of
are
the
cool,
other
though.
actors were like really kind of shitty. Like I don't know. It was just some of the dialogue was really weird. And,
The dialogue is kind of weird, yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually like the way the robots looked. I like the
Yeah.
idea of it that like after 8 days, like they just got too smart for humans
yeah.
in like a matter of days, and that's pretty cool. And like they weren't like angry; they just kind of like wanted to do their own thing.
Yeah.
They didn't want to like enslave
I don't need your
humans
shit,
or like
yeah.
destroy them. They kind of wanted to go do their own thing and live their own life, which I think is a pretty cool message because. I think from like popular like sci-fi like movie media, we've been led to believe that once aliens, not aliens, but same thing. Once like robots, like another new form of like intelligent,
Artificial intelligence.
artificial. All right, calm down. Intelligence like come down. It's like they would want to like enslave humans or like destroy humans. And in this movie, it seemed like they were just kind of like, yeah, we're going to do our own thing, and you guys got your own thing going on. You guys can kill yourself off eventually, but we're going to go on and do our own thing.
Yeah.
And, like, move on. I think that's kind of neat. It's kind of a neat, like, I think it's kind of a neat idea that I haven't seen a whole lot in movies.
Yeah, well, that take on it or whatever is that, like, humans had already kind of destroyed the world,
Right.
and so they were dying anyway, and so the
Argument can be made.
yeah, like the aliens were just kind of saying, like, we're just
Yeah.
gonna go chill for you know a couple hundred years, and
But
then you
you
guys will be
figure it
gone.
out,
Yeah, but in most movies, when you look at like Matrix or anything like
Right.
that, like with AI,
It turns into
it's
batteries and shit.
once we lose control, we're gonna want to destroy him, right? So that same that like they're either going to violate the 3 laws of robotics and try and keep us from harming ourselves by taking full control of our lives, or they're going to try and destroy us before we destroy them, that kind of thing. Because
No, I
you said
get
like after 8 days it didn't need to talk. It's already doing all these calculations so far out that like they already know what's going to happen before it's going
Right.
to happen, basically.
No, and I think it was a cool take on the whole thing.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm not looking forward whatsoever to Chappie at all. I saw the trailer and I was like, that looks kind of cool, but I seen Short Circuit, done. I'm kind of over this.
I've seen Echo,
Dynamo.
I'm just, nothing about that seems original, and nothing about it seems, I mean, the Diana thing, dude. If it wasn't for them, I might be more on board. But I see that, and I have my tolerance to them. It's like 5
Yeah.
seconds. I see them in
Yeah.
the show. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with this stuff. I don't want to watch them. I don't want to hear them. I don't wanna see
I've been to their concerts. I've enjoyed some of their music, but
them. More power to them.
I don't. I'm not excited at all for them to be in this movie. Like at first when I heard like, oh, they're gonna be in it, oh, that's kind of cool, and then I started to hear about like what assholes they were on set, and then actually watching it, and I'm like, they're just them. It's just like this
They're
is
not
like
acting.
they're just trying to be them on.
Right.
No, this is dumb. No, fuck it. I'm out.
That's-
So.
I've been that since like day one.
But-
I see them like.
But Hugh Jackman as the villain,
I like Hugh Jackman.
that might be kind of cool.
I like Hugh Jackman a lot.
Right.
And I mean, I feel kind of bad because I'm like, oh, Hugh Jackman. But then I see this and I'm like, sorry, Hugh Jackman. You can't say this movie.
Oh.
It's like a Wolverine movie. It's like Origins.
Okay.
Segue to get
It's like a Gambit movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
so speaking of unoriginal things, Pixels is coming
Nice.
out, and I feel like
Really stacking
it is
that.
from the it is almost a ripoff of what was it? It was the What If machine from Futurama.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
What's the synopsis?
Right. So the synopsis is video game experts are recruited by the military to fight 1980s era video game characters who've attacked New York.
Yeah.
Just take that in for a
No, no,
moment.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the poster
Which is
that
cool.
they've released is a cool image of a giant Pac-Man swallowing up San Francisco, which is attack New York. The main poster is San Francisco. Anyway,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a cool image, whatever. But it's basically that like they've been seeing broadcasts of video games being played, and they took it as an attack, a threat from us, saying this is what we do to their kind. So there's actually a blocky 8-bit looking Pac-Man society living somewhere with space invaders and all that, and they come to Earth to come seek their revenge. So
Again-
there was 100%. There was a Futurama episode where
We're
video
gonna shoot
games
up
come.
and then move and then shoot
Yeah.
up and then move to other. Yeah, no, yeah.
We will move left and then
Yeah.
lower one level and then
Right.
move right,
Right,
and then
right.
repeat. Yeah. But it's like Fry putting on his God, what was it, the Rush Rush mix, and it's just the seriously, it was like
No,
somebody
no.
watched that and was like, let's make this a movie.
Yeah, this is ingenious. Yeah, no, I get that. And again, I sound like an asshole right now because I'm just like,
No, I'm
this
with
movie
you
has
on
this guy.
Happy
It's
Gilmore-
Adam Sandler,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm over it.
So it is an Adam
It's
Sandler
cool.
movie.
It's an
Um,
Adam Sandler, yeah.
Christopher Columbus is directing
Oh
it.
God.
He founds America and then
Yeah.
ruins bad movies, including the first 2 Harry Potter movies.
Oh my God. Okay.
He established a universe.
Just trying to look at what the other things that Christopher Columbus has done, whatever. He's producing.
He's done Home Alone.
There's a Gremlins remake.
Really?
Something coming out. Yeah.
Is he directing that?
Need this?
It just says
Probably
announced. So he's the executive producer.
Speaking of
of it.
Doesn't tell
remakes.
me.
God. Hold on. So
Okay, I'll wait.
real quick. Okay, so good news about Pixels. Sean Bean is in it, so we can look
gonna
forward to
die.
seeing him
Him
getting
die, yeah.
killed. And Jane Krakowski's in
Turned
it.
into a ghost. and-
Jane Krakowski's in it from 30 Rock. Whatever. She's
From Wreck-It Ralph. She's gonna play a tough militant. Oh,
no.
what? What?
What?
What are we talking about?
No, not
Not,
who are you?
The girl
Yeah.
from Glee.
Not the one from Glee. Not the coach
Oh.
from Glee. No, from 30 Rock.
Wait, who?
Put up a picture.
Jane Krakowski.
Okay. Oh yeah. The blonde.
Markowski. The
It's,
one from Monsters Inc. Got it.
What the fuck's her 30 Rock
Not Jane
character
Lynch.
name? I'm gonna
Not
look
Jane
it up.
Lynch at all.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
I
I'm
mean Jane
thinking,
Lynch.
Jane Lynch.
Yeah, no,
Totally
it's
different thing.
Jenna Maroney from 30
Yeah,
Rock.
okay, yeah, right on. Just say
Yeah.
Jim Roney. I haven't known that. Come on, man.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Peter Dinklage is in it. Kevin James is in this movie. He plays the president. So Jane Krakowski is
Well,
his
now I'm
wife.
sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Is the top billed? Who is the top?
Michelle Monaghan's gonna be in it. That'll be pretty fun. No. Jared Sandler's gonna be in it. Who the fuck is Jared Sandler?
We'll find out.
Anyway.
What if he's
I
listening?
mean, I'll give it a fair shake. I mean, if it comes out, it's really
Yeah.
awesome. That's cool. Like, I'm I just right now, like, I see it, I'm
I don't know.
apprehensive.
Happy Gilmore films.
Apprehensive.
Yeah.
I understand. So, is now the time to talk about remakes or now? Remakes later?
We have, well, if you remember back to your rundown, we have more more movie news.
Okay.
We'll find a proper segue.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find one. I can't find one.
Okay, so what else do we have on here?
Speaking of
Oh.
remakes, Fantastic
Fantastic Four. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Fantastic Four. So I think we were we were supposed to watch some trailers before we started recording, but that didn't happen.
Thanks, Planner.
Yeah. So if only people were more patient. Okay, so Fantastic Four. So they're doing a full reboot. Is that right?
Full reboot with Michael Jordan,
The Michael Jordan?
B. Jordan,
Oh, Michael B. Jordan. B. Michael Jordan. Why couldn't they be Michael
who's that
Jordan
girl?
B?
comma B.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know the rest of the cast.
Yeah, so Kate Mara is in it. So she's
Yeah, I've
she's
seen
pretty
her
awesome.
before.
House of
or
Cards.
House Cards.
House of Cards.
Game of
And
Cards.
She was
Oh,
in
the one-
Zoom, the Tim Allen superhero movie.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
That's the family, right?
Yeah, the sequel to
No, that's
Sky
the- that's
Academy.
the
Wait, no, that was
Incredibles.
wrong. Wait, what?
No, there's another Tim Allen family that he was the father figure, and they had superpowers. It came out in like 2003 or 4.
That was Zoom.
That was Zoom.
Yeah, I believe that was the only one. Yeah.
What was the other Disney movie where they had superpowers? It was like
The
something
Incredibles.
Academy.
The Incredibles.
No.
Oh,
It was like
Sky
a-
High.
Sky High. That's what it was.
Yeah, and
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I just think it's like a connection of things going on. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
I'd
That was
rather
awesome.
I'd rather see a Sky High
Right?
sequel than
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Fantastic Four
Yeah.
sequel.
Yeah.
They can get new
I'm the
ground
only
on
one
a
who's, like,
sequel.
I'm the only
It's a
one here
reboot.
that'll watch it. Fantastic Four.
Oh no, I'll watch it. No, and all
Yeah.
the movies
No,
like
I know I'm not
I'm
gonna
kind
watch
of
it.
like
no, I'm
shitting on
gonna
them.
see it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be shit, but I'm gonna
And
see
I'm gonna
it.
insult it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm saying like I mean even the Pixels one that I'm saying like I'll go watch it.
No,
I
I'm not
mean,
gonna watch that. Maybe no, I'll Redbox it.
HBO.
I've seen
Yeah.
that guy before.
So
Anyway, Fantastic Four trailer.
yeah, Miles Teller is going to be Reed Richards. All right, and then we'll finish up with Ben Grimm's going to
yeah.
be Jamie Bell.
What?
He was in was it Jumper?
Billy Elliot.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Fine. You know, when I saw Billy Elliot, I thought that's gonna be a good thing.
Back in the day, 10 years
Yeah.
ago. That guy's going to be a
what
great
else is he-
thing.
He was in Nymphomaniac Volume 2
Son of a.
and Filth.
Which one's Phil? Oh, I remember Phil. That's the one with what's his name? Professor X.
Patrick Stewart.
No,
McAvoy.
yeah,
McAvoy.
McAvoy.
Oh, I wanted to see that. Is it good?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all right. It's a lot of like condescending, like him talking to the camera, which kind of bugs me.
It sounds like
Party up there.
going down.
Yeah, party. Yeah.
Man.
Said we're just done filming.
Yeah.
No ladies around.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So,
Shut up.
so here's the storyline. So it's a reimagining of Marvel's original. It's not even a reboot.
mice
It's a
now?
reimagining.
Could it be
stuff
mice?
like this. Are they mice? That'd be cool. No,
Mouse.
it's
Mouse.
so let's see here. It centers on 4 youngsters who teleport to an
Youngsters.
alternate and dangerous universe, which alters their physical form in shocking ways. Their lives are irrevocably upended. The team must learn to harness their daunting new abilities and work together to save Earth from a former friend turned enemy.
So they go to the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, the director is the guy who
They
did
leave and go to Earth
Chronicle?
616.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Tank.
Josh Trank.
Oh,
Josh Tank.
And he said his big
Josh
inspiration
Trank.
was Cronenberg movies
Really?
for this whole thing. Yeah.
Josh Trank. What else has he done?
Chronicle.
Untitled Star Wars standalone project.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do Boba Fett or.
Oh, he did
Boba
Chronicle.
Fett.
Solo.
I hope this doesn't look anything like Chronicle. He also directed
No,
that.
yeah, that's like
Oh,
that
yeah.
was like his biggest breakout thing.
Yeah,
And then
Fantastic
they
Oh,
Four,
gave
the
him-
new one, the reimagining is going to be a found footage film.
Oh God.
Isn't it? Yeah, I was like,
I don't want. I'm not
gonna.
gonna watch it now.
I don't know, I'll watch it. It looked kind
I'm check it out. I mean, like Fantastic Four. But I mean, I'll
of...
check
It's
it out.
Sony Studios?
Yeah, they still on the rise.
All of their
And in order
movies
to
look...
like the same.
Yeah, they look Sony.
Yeah.
Like dark
Using
and glossy.
Sony cameras, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, like, in order to spite the movie, because like they're trying to play hardball with Marvel to get like the Fantastic Four characters back, they're gonna cancel the Fantastic Four series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That would have been better, I think, to do a Fantastic Four TV show than to try and like
Really?
reimagine it like this.
I think but I'm like the super nerd. I say they should just give the rights, like
Yeah, they should be good people.
Spider-Man. Give them like the same come to the same agreement that they're coming to with Spider-Man.
You're gonna segue to Spider-Man?
Do that.
You didn't by chance happen to hit your start on your
I
timer
did,
when
but it
you-
was about 5 minutes after we started.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
completely forgot.
jeez.
So,
Start over.
producer Aaron, if you could let us know when we're getting close to an hour. Holler at us. Thanks. Okay, so
I really think that Spider-Man deal happened. Oh,
okay,
are we on it?
Yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah, let's talk about Spider-Man.
I think that only happened because of the Sony hack. Like they got
They're
wind
trying to
of
save-
that. Yeah, that
Save
it-
face from
yeah.
the whole thing. From the whole thing.
So what came out of the hack? What was the?
Oh, there were these papers released that were hacked and shown that there were current talks to have Spider-Man in a bunch of Marvel films, but the negotiations fell through because Sony's dumb.
Endpoint.
Yeah.
I mean, if they play ball with Marvel and
Sponsored by
Disney,
Sony.
which they which they are now.
Yeah.
It's just a win-win situation. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't think of like a negative besides that. Fox or Sony. It's Sony, right? That owns Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They're not going to get like all the monies, which is like you've made a couple. Of
Oh no, we
unsuccessful-
only made $500 million.
$1
Yeah.
instead of $100 bajillion. Yeah, no, I understand. Like, but I mean, it just seems like beneficial to all of them because, like, I mean, you guys tried to reboot Spider-Man several
tried.
times, and
5
I mean,
times.
a lot
Sometimes
of hits,
it-
a couple of
it
diamond
came
hits.
through,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, the first couple times it hit, a couple times missed.
Oh.
But I pretty much think that now they have they're backed with Disney and Marvel, it's going to be a hit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, there's no possible way it's not going to be a miss. I mean, even they put him in there for like 5 minutes of like
Yeah.
Captain America running by, being like, "Hey,
Yeah.
there's Spider-Man."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Peter,
what it
it's
was.
the Peter Parker,
Yeah.
Peter Griffin save, where it's like Captain America's falling and he catches him in a little web hammock. It's like everybody gets one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Takes off.
Exactly, and that's worth my $20
Yeah.
in IMAX money to go see that. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go watch that. It's just to see like Spider-Man interact with Iron Man or Captain America or both of them. Like, it's like the
Yeah.
Avengers thing all over again.
Yeah. So I had a friend tweet his prediction was saying that Spider-Man's going to die in Civil War, and Miles Morales will
they'll be
take
the
over.
reboot.
Yeah. So that'll be
That kinda makes sense,
that'll be
yeah.
the next movie. So
That'll
that
be
happens-
the whole another reboot of
Yeah.
like the whole
yeah.
thing.
So that'll just be the quick and easy way
Yeah.
to like introduce it and then
Another
start
nerdy
fresh.
kid goes to a science experiment. They're doing experiments with spiders. No, you got bit by a spider again. But
Yeah.
it's different color.
They really should bring back Andrew Garfield for that then. Kill him off.
They could. They totally
They could. I pretty much.
But
I'm going to
it
tweet that
doesn't
they're
matter
already-
at that point because he's going to have his mask
gonna
on.
die,
And it's
yeah.
going to be. Watch it. So if they do that, it's going to be something super like stupid
Dramatic.
where
Yeah.
it's like he's going to jump in and push like Black Widow out of the way, and then he's going to get vaporized, and so he's just
Yeah.
gone. It's going to be
And
like
gets carried by people in the subway to the
it'll be like an off-camera death
Yeah.
where somebody will just be walking around with his
And
mask.
his trading cards are actually in his locker.
What happened to
not in his
Spider-Man?
pocket.
He died.
He died, yeah.
What are you gonna do?
It'll
Move
be
on.
like
Yeah.
whether the True Blood, what's her name? That like,
okay.
no, it was fuck. I was just talking about this with somebody the other day. Where she Tara, there you go,
Yeah.
Tara. Yeah, so she like pivotal character through the whole series, who just has an off-screen death. You just come back
Yeah.
to a puddle of goo. It's like, oh yeah, she died.
She died.
I mean, that's the best way to do it. I feel.
But I mean, come on.
No, I
it's-
understand. Yeah, it's. But
So yeah. Anyway, I imagine
whatever.
them fucking
Yeah.
over Spider-Man like
Something
that.
like
So
I mean,
They're not
I
gonna.
hear they're
I
gonna.
trust
I hear
Marvel.
they're gonna. He's gonna be in the new Captain America 3, right? In Civil War.
Civil War.
Civil War, yeah.
I really do think that they're gonna do some posts where you can put him in Avengers 2. I mean, I kind of feel like they have to.
I don't know. That's Avengers coming out.
Maybe
in
that's
May.
the stinger at the end.
That's what I'm, yeah. I mean,
it's gonna
that's
be
what
a
I'm saying. Like
stinger,
it's
yeah.
post work. Like they can. The movie's already done.
Yeah.
Like it's just working on everything
Yeah.
else. And now I'm pretty sure they can easily
And-
just put a stinger.
Yeah, and I mean everything is so heavy with like Shield's involvement and all this stuff now that like maybe they'll
Former
start.
Shield.
I mean, it'll
Well,
be
maybe
like
they'll just
it'll
start
be like a
with-
Howard the Duck ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
be there and be like, oh, there's Spider-Man, and be like, hey guys,
Yeah,
way
and-
to mess it up.
and
then they
Everyone's
do-
gonna leave the
yeah.
theater happy once
Yeah,
that happens.
yeah.
Exactly. I'm gonna be ecstatic if I see Spider-Man and then be like, "Hey, Captain America, high five,
Yeah,
credits,"
oh,
and I'm gonna be
God.
okay with that. So yeah,
Awesome. Down low.
I'm on your side now.
High-
They jump up and high five and stop the
frame,
credits.
rap
Yeah.
music. Yeah.
a freeze frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, and I mean, it'll. I mean. It has to be. They have. He
Yeah.
has to be in Avengers 2 because now it's breaking news. Like
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
going to be in. He's in the Marvel universe. Like I think it would be dumb Marvel not to do that, and to make it at least like a stinger.
I'm shocked just how like on normal news how that came up.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is now with Marvel.
Well, I mean,
Like,
it's like a
past geek
multi-bajillion
news, yeah.
dollar deal. So I mean, of course, it's going to come
Yeah,
in all
yeah.
these. Like, it's not going to be like a thing. Like, I think everyone's been saying that he's going to appear in Captain America 3. I think the big like surprise that he's going to be at the end of Avengers 2.
yeah.
Well, on this list here from Newsarama, there is no Spider-Man mentioned. So there's.
It's
Well, no,
not
I
updated
lied. So,
then, yeah.
oh yeah, so there you go. So
Oh,
July,
wait, there it is.
July 28th. Sorry, it was phrased weird. Anyway, so Marvel
Weird.
Studios co-produced Spider-Man film, Sony New
Oh, July
Edition.
20th. 2017.
So we got a couple years. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And maybe,
But I mean, even
it
if
may
they-
be too early. Maybe
Even
it'll
if they
be.
put a guy, they don't need to show Peter Parker. They put Spider-Man in a mask. They don't take his mask off. It's just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Done deal.
Yep.
You can put anybody in there. You can put Idris Elba in there. It doesn't matter. They can put whoever they want to put in there. They can put fucking Chris Evans in there again. It doesn't matter.
7 foot tall.
You don't see his face. You don't know what's going on. They put Doug Jones in there. They can put anybody in there. It'd be all right.
It could be Doug Jones.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be Doug Jones either
They
way.
can do whoever they want to put in there. It doesn't matter.
It's God, what was Tobey Maguire's
Yeah.
voice with Doug Jones' body? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so in 2015 we've got for comic movies, Avengers up next. So Avengers up next, May 1st.
May 1st, yeah.
Ant-Man July 17th, and then Fantastic Four coming out in August.
I really did think that.
There's a bunch of other
I know,
movies
other
coming
movies
out.
come out.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
What's
yeah.
the Netflix series coming? Daredevil?
Yeah, that comes
coming
out
out
pretty soon, right?
May or April?
I think somewhere around the time, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that aside, but I'm saying, like, I actually did think that Superman's come out this year.
That's what I thought.
But I guess it makes sense now that it's next year.
Maybe they moved it forward.
No, because I remember they're fighting for the weekend, the certain weekend that
No.
Captain
America 3 was come out. Now they have Spider-Man on the side, so
No.
even worse. So even more reason not to like mess with them that weekend, or a month after that.
How are we doing on time?
We have 4 seconds left.
Do you want to move on to Nicolas Cage news?
Sure.
No.
I think we need theme song. Nicholas Cage.
Yeah. We'll cut right
Oh
here.
yeah, we need a Nick Cage open.
Not the bees! Ah, they're in my eyes! Ah, ah!
There's our opening. Oh, that'll be great.
Just
Okay.
condense that into a song.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We'll loop it.
Okay.
Fix that in post.
So
The Trust.
the Trust.
Tell us about the Trust.
latest update from the Trust is that Jerry Lewis has signed on.
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis. Yes.
From the telethons?
Exactly. Yes.
Wow.
So the Trust, if you're not familiar, is a cop drama set in Las Vegas, and it stars Nicolas Cage
I'm
and
on board so far.
Elijah Wood.
Las
Okay.
Vegas.
Yeah.
They're partners who they try to make a quick buck by entering into a criminal underworld.
Okay.
Right, so trying to make some money by becoming bad cops.
Yeah.
Most likely things are going to fall apart. I imagine Jerry Lewis is going to have to come in and save the day. It's going to start looking like Hobo with a shotgun or something like that. No,
I just imagine like all of Hollywood's headshots, and they're just randomly picking
somebody
male actors.
Somebody's having like a lunch meeting. They're having a lunch meeting in one of those like iconic like Hollywood restaurants that has like all the autographed pictures of everybody, and somebody's like, let's see,
put that guy with that guy.
They're just tossing like spit wads at the wall just to see what sticks. Yeah. So
Elijah Wood. All right. Yeah. Let's go with that. Let's roll that.
Like what we're talking about with like how they came up with Ant-Man or whatever. With, like the Mad Libs of movies. Name two. Like just shout out. I need two actors. Nicolas Cage. Someone else. Elijah Wood. Okay. Nicolas Cage and Elijah
it's an
Wood.
improv thing.
And give me one. Give me an older guy. Jerry Lewis. Okay. Yeah.
He's still alive. Oh yeah. Let's go.
What's the genre? Cop drama.
Yeah.
Cops. Give him a drama.
Las Vegas. Yeah.
We're at Las Vegas. We already did New Orleans. Las Vegas.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay. So as bad as that might be,
itself.
Outcast.
Oh no. As genius as that's gonna be.
Okay. Genius. Bad. Same thing. Okay. Outcast, which is already out. Oh, so sorry. The Trust is supposed to come out next year.
Write that down, folks.
Yes.
The same week
Next year.
Next year, 2015. Okay, so Outcast, however, has already been released in last September.
I feel like it's also Redbox.
That may have been where it was released.
I think I saw it on iTunes, I think.
So it is a mysterious warrior teams up with the daughter and son of a deposed Chinese emperor to defeat their cruel brother who seeks their death. And it stars Nicolas Cage, Hayden Christensen.
Yeah,
it's like the whole Last Samurai syndrome, where it's like a cast full of Asians and then two white people as the lead.
They're the leads, but they're the leads, yeah. Like just paint them brown like they used to, right?
Or cast Asian actor.
No. It's easier to paint white people brown than to find.
Hayden's career really took off after Star Wars now.
Oh yeah, totally.
Has he been in the movie since then?
Looper?
Well, let's find out. Yeah.
Was he in Looper?
Yeah. So he's been in a few things here. So he was in.
Right?
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Oswald.
Elijah Wood.
No, the kid. What's his name? Sixth Sense kid.
Oh, Haley Joel Osment. He's
one,
been in Tusk.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Yeah.
Tusk.
Always Sunny.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so
I like how worst actors on IMDb, you can see a picture of Hayden.
Yeah, I listed 25 people.
And in his defense, Star Wars.
He's working the best that he has the script that he had.
Yeah,
that's what you gotta go for.
But hold on, so he's on the list of worst actors, attractive hot male actors, hottest actors, and top 25 guys.
Just like Matt Hagney.
Yeah. Yeah, so he was in Jumper in 2008.
Oh, Jumper, not Looper, sorry.
Jumper, yeah. With Jamie Bell.
I saw that and I was like,
Hey,
Kristen, nope. Pass.
American Heist. Did you guys ever see that?
Nope.
I think that's another one with Michael Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan.
I'm only going to say Michael Jordan.
Well, Michael Jordan, comma B. Well, maybe not. I'm just making that up. Don't listen to me.
He was in Neighbors.
Yeah. But
Michael B. Jordan?
Was he?
I don't know. We're just making things up now. So Hayden Christensen, yeah. So I don't know.
Feel bad for him.
I mean, maybe Nick Cage can make it better.
He's rich, but. And I just imagine like he gets signed for Star Wars. It's like, oh, my acting career is really gonna take off.
Well, what about the kid that played little baby Anakin in the first one?
Haley Joel Osment. We talked about this.
He's in Tusk.
Yeah.
He has a face like a cat. He looks like a little kitty.
I'm sure his career took off.
Absolutely not. No, he's. I think he's struggling. Yeah, he's just doing the. I think kind of ruined his life. And it isn't necessarily because he's a little kid, so it wasn't his fault that he wasn't maybe the best actor.
It was not
his fault that it maybe wasn't the best writing for that role. Right. Trying to make him be a 9-year-old in love with this 15-year-old, whatever.
Ewan McGregor and Natalie Portman, arguably two really good actors that look terrible in movies because they're working with the best they have.
Yeah,
so,
but that poor placement, whatever, is kind of like ruined it for him because everybody just shits on that movie and him. Right?
He's taking things now. The box office, ka-doom.
Things are being taken from him.
How long have you been sitting on that one?
4 months.
Since Taken 2 came out, by the way.
Taking it to the box office, yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
So yeah, I don't know.
So among trailers that we
looking forward to that.
didn't watch just before
What,
this,
Outcast?
we didn't watch Outcast, but we also didn't watch What We Do in the Shadows.
Which I think is going to be pretty funny.
Have you seen it though? Have you seen the trailer?
Not yet.
Okay, so
But I've seen the guy, though.
it is pretty.
I know the guy.
It is pretty funny that
Yeah.
like it's almost like Being Human, but more of a comedy. Did you ever see Being Human?
I saw the
comedy?
first episode of the British one and the American one.
Okay, so
I never got past that.
And the 4th episode of the American one and the 7th episode of the UK one.
30 seconds of the third episode. Okay, anyway, so Being Human
the
is
end
about.
titles of the 7th.
Okay, so Being Human is about
The Chinese one.
A werewolf and a vampire who try to
Live
live
together,
together as humans.
Didn't I pitch that TV
You
show
did
like
years ago. It was really like actually kind of terrifying that he did that. It's pretty cool.
Well, you missed out. 'cause
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's all right. Okay.
It was
So,
already-
anyway, so they try to live together as people and just get on and have their normal roommate drama of like,
The
oh,
hilarious
you're not
is-
washing your dishes, and it's like, why do you even need dishes? You drink blood, blah blah. We drink it from a mug. Anyway, yeah. So what we do in
really.
what we do in the shadows
Yeah.
is about 3 vampires trying to live together, but they're a couple hundred years old, and they eventually get a. They have a newly converted vampire, or whatever, that moves in.
Okay.
So a couple guys that are super old, and then one that's like 2 weeks old, right? So then
Is
they
this
have
the
a
mockumentary?
yes,
Okay.
because they have a documentary crew
Yeah.
following them around.
Yeah, I heard it's
But like,
good.
yeah, it's pretty funny. Like, there's a part in there where they run into some werewolves, like while they're just out for a night, and the werewolves are like in the pack, and they're getting ready to fight them, and somebody like cusses or whatever. They're like, hey, what are we? It says we're werewolves, not swearwolves, and it's like just dumb shit like that. But it's got what's the name from Flight of the Conchords?
Fly the Condor.
Flight of the
little guy.
Conchords. Jermaine Clement.
I actually watched a really good similar topic. The Only Lovers Left Alive.
How was that?
It's really good. I liked it a lot.
It's with Loki and
Tilda Swinton.
Swinton.
It's similar. It's a vampire movie, but it's one of the best vampire movies I've seen in a while because like vampire
what I
movies have gotten kind of
Twilight.
lackluster. And yeah, they're kind of just like zombies. It's
Yeah.
like everyone has zombie or vampire movies, and they kind of like
Yeah,
lose
I got
it.
kind of tired of vampires.
But this is one of the best ones I've seen in a long time, where it's like a cool like vampire story. I don't know, it's kind of neat. I checked it out. I think it's on Redbox somewhere, but I'm sure it's gonna be. You can probably find it anywhere else, but yeah, I like that one a lot. It's actually one of my favorite vampire movies I've seen in a really long time. Since Thirst.
Shit.
Loki.
So what we do in the shadows is out now. But the trailer was released a year ago. That's why I felt like it was already released, but anyway, it just came out. So there you go.
Check your local theaters.
Yeah. All right. So what's next here?
Events.
Oh, events. There we go. Yeah. I'm like, what are we doing here? What's going on? So FresCon. FresCon is a newly announced local convention.
It's gonna be the first year.
Yes, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
And moving on.
Yeah. No, it's
It's brand new. Like
it is a Fresno State comic convention. If I can find their website, I had it on. One moment. Stand by. Stand by. FresCon, March 21st and 22nd. It's at Fresno State in the North Gym, 118.
Okay.
So, did either one of you go to Fresno State?
I know where the gyms are.
I went to the bowling alley.
I'm familiar with the North Gym. I don't know what 118 is. That's a big room or a small room, or if it's like the main gym, whatever. But
All we know
But
is that it's a room and that they have some
at the North Gym, yeah, yeah. But
maybe
it's
facing northward. We have no
yeah.
idea.
I think it's still pretty early. They haven't really made any announcements as to who's going to be there and all that.
Someone
It's going to happen.
March 21st and 22nd.
March 21st and 22nd. Yeah. So
That's cool.
Not a couple more days off.
and
Is it like in partnership with ZapCon or?
no, it's their own. It's a Fresno State.
Okay.
Fresno State convention. It's something new that they're putting on. It looks like it's. I mean, only recently.
And it's
Yeah.
general nerd stuff, or is it?
It says
on
so. It says
comic
featuring
books?
vendor hall, panels, tournaments, and more.
Tournaments?
That's it. Yeah.
More?
Yeah. Here, let's see here.
What kind of tournaments?
Check out the website. So it's
I like the sound of that.
What kind of
so
more?
you can look up FresCon, FresCon on Facebook, or their website is fresno.universitycourtyard.org. Yeah, and I'm sure if you keep checking those things, go like them on Facebook, you'll be able to get some updates when they add, vendors and things like that. Who's actually going to be there? I don't think they've announced anything yet, but maybe you might possibly see NoTownNerds there. Maybe,
Maybe, possibly, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Live in Fresno.
Still in the planning stages here, but we may possibly be recording an episode there.
Which
Maybe.
I think would be really fun.
Yeah. So hopefully we're more organized than usually. No.
Than currently.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we can field some questions or something. We'll have to see some logistics of the room. See what we can make happen. Yeah. But I don't know. That should be cool. I mean, it's actually see how we do in front of an audience.
Yeah.
You know.
It'd be fun.
See how we fold so quickly.
So very easily, yeah.
Yeah.
I cry really easily, by the way.
Yeah. Which is funny that like
Just putting it out there.
yeah, we're a bunch of nerds sitting in front of a group of people. It's like,
No, we deserve that. You're right, sir. I apologize.
yeah,
Just 1 hour long apology.
No, yeah, you're right.
sorry,
Yes.
sorry,
I do like Happy Gilmore, you guys.
sorry. Fantastic Four
Chappie
be
was
fun.
amazing. You're right. I spoke too soon.
My Edward's good.
God. All right, moving on. So the Central Valley Horror Society, they are centered in Visalia. So they often do their movie nights in Visalia.
Right.
They tried for a little while to do some movie nights in
Couple months,
Fresno.
Couple months, yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't really work out too well. I think.
I mean, they had some people there. I went to a couple of them.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was a problem with the venue or just them or just trying to do the commute, whatever. Well,
Yeah.
now they have a partnership with the Blood Brothers Horror Podcast.
Who are the Blood Brothers Horror podcast?
You may remember them.
Oh, those guys.
Flashback.
Yeah, from
Those fine gentlemen.
previous episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those guys have paired up, and it should be pretty cool. It says here it's going to be at Popolo's Pizza, so in Fresno at 6775 North Blackstone. It's Blackstone and Herndon. It's kind of behind where the Radio Shack used to be. Whatever, yeah. And this is a free gift for the first 15 attendees that arrive in zombie makeup or full costume.
Costume of zombies or whatever. I
Oh,
want
Batman?
To be. Yeah, can I be Batman? I guess.
Yeah.
Can I be Daredevil? Break out my Daredevil costume.
So food and drink specials all night, including $12 all-you-can-eat pizza and drink,
Nice.
extended happy hour, $5 appetizers, and more.
When is it?
It is March 4th at 7 o'clock.
That's coming up.
So Wednesday, March
Request that
4th.
day off. That's like next week. No, it's not next week.
It's coming up, yeah. So March 4th, yeah. So
What day is it? What time is it? Yeah.
yeah, so
That's exciting.
yeah, so they're going to
that's
bring.
super
So it's going to be a monthly feature, and they are showing Return of the Living Dead.
Have you ever seen Return of the Living Dead?
I have.
I love that movie. It's awesome. That's the one with the the zombie in the bucket, right? Or the kids the kids go to the graveyard.
No, I believe this is the one where they're at the morgue for this one,
I
right?
have not seen that one.
Morgue, connected to the graveyard. Same thing. It's actually really fun.
This is like
This is not Romero, is it?
No.
No. No. This is the
80s.
yeah, the 80s kind of silly series that came out of that.
Series.
Yeah.
The silly zombie movies.
Yeah.
Not the hardcore seriousness of Dawn of the Dead and Day
This
of the Dead.
was
and
the
Okay, so this
person, like they split off Romero and this guy like split off, right? After making Night of the Living Dead. Is that how it goes?
I don't think so. You might be right.
I'm trying to find the answers here. Stand by.
Stand by.
So when two bumbling employees at a medical supply warehouse accidentally release a deadly gas into the air, the vapors cause the dead to rise again as zombies. Okay, so I don't know which. So what was it called then? Is it? So there's the Return of the Living Dead.
Mm-hmm. Which is the movie they're watching, right?
And then there's another one in here that's Return. There's the Return, Night of the Living Dead. There's too many. I can't sort it out.
So many living deads.
Yeah, so that's not the guy I'm looking for.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's actually a really fun movie. It's really like shocky, like 80s like horror movie. It's pretty fun.
Yes, it should be.
Yeah.
Like punk rockers going to like get attacked by zombies and shit.
Yeah.
Like 80s punk rockers.
Yeah,
You know, the
that's
real ones.
the one. Yeah. So there's
It's pretty fun.
there's a sequel to that,
No, there's
Of
like 4
sorts.
sequels, dude.
but
And
it
they're
has
all
like
pretty
some of the
terrible.
same actors in it. I'm trying
Is it
to
like-
figure out what the hell it was called. But it was another 80s.
Like Roger.
I think
Corman.
after the first one, they get like really terrible.
Fucking idiot. It's Return of the Living Dead
God, I
2.
recognize these posters.
2.
What's the one with the lady that has like the things? That's like 4, I think 3 or 4.
The lady with the
There's
things?
like the posters like the lady and she has like the needles out of her hands.
Oh. So, yeah, I always pass by these things in Blockbuster, like the horror section.
Yeah.
These pictures.
Way back in the day. Yeah. Okay, so Return of the Living Dead is a medical supply warehouse,
Right.
So that's I was thinking more, but it's a warehouse where they have the bodies in the canisters, right? The second one is where some kids find the canister in the cemetery.
It's the cop drama in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Anyway, so it comes out of the cemetery, and then there's like a new housing development.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
sorts of stuff. And they get
That's
on
the second one?
Yeah, they get on the bridge and like shock everybody.
Maybe I've only. Yeah.
That's the first like one that I saw as
Maybe
a kid.
that's the one that I saw.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So there's
Anyway.
another one that's got like the punk rockers.
Well, if only there was a place we can go to watch these movies and find out for sure what was going on.
so
And
you
the
know what?
extended
Funny
happy
you
hour.
mentioned that.
Yeah. So why don't you just go on March 4th and watch this movie, and then
The whole time.
you'll
That's
know.
not the one that I was.
Yeah. You'll know, and if it isn't the one, well then
Why
now
are they
you
in the
will
mall?
have seen it.
What's going
Yeah.
on right
Why
now?
am I the only
Where's
woman in a
Cillian
Daredevil
Murphy?
outfit?
This is uncomfortable.
So let's. I
This
forgot
might be a
to.
good. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
So how sick are you of zombies in popular media?
Yeah.
I know I am
Why, Eric?
because I watched an episode of Walking Dead and
Wait,
it made
save
me
it.
really
We're not there
mad.
yet. We're still in local. We're still at local events here. Hold on. Stand by.
You can't backtrack a segue.
It's too late.
Tell me to stand by.
So Comic Con tickets went
Ruined.
on sale today.
Perfect segue. Yeah? Cool, moving on. Are you tired of zombies in popular media?
So, are you guys going to Comic Con? Did you get your
Probably
tickets?
not.
Fuck no. I can't afford
it's
that.
a disaster. It's just like
Yeah.
a constant, just
I mean, I would love to, but
massive just BO
yeah.
and bad times.
Really? At Comic Con?
Yeah.
Body odor? What?
Yeah.
Bunch of nerds hanging out all day for
I guess
15
me. I
hours
imagine me
to.
with like 1,500 people. So
Yeah.
so I've never been to any of these conventions. How likely is it for you to get swag,
pretty.
like the swag bags that
Pretty
they give
easy.
out?
So swag?
Is it easy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can even go to like. I mean,
Like
as long
most
as
participants get.
Now,
to
when
get
you say
stuff?
swag, are you talking about
Like goodie
in
bags
form
that
of
they
cool, or are you talking about stuff
Not
we all
cool,
get?
like-
Stuff we all get.
like
Swag.
stuff that would come in loot
Yeah.
crate.
When you.
yeah, that's if you
Well,
like every
if you
movie
get a
gets,
ticket, you
like
can-
free shit.
Oh,
They get
cool.
free
Yeah.
shit,
So okay.
If you
So
walk around.
when you come in, you get your
Yeah.
badge. They give you like a bag with like a bunch of other random
Oh.
shit of like a booklet of the events going on that for that week or
wanna
whatever.
go.
But if you watch like any sort of like say like Matt had a booth like promoting his erotic underwear, he might give you a sample of his
Right,
erotic
right.
underwear. And I mean, anyone,
Okay.
like I had a booth for art, I might give you like stickers of my art, whatever you want to
Yeah.
do. I mean, like it just depends on the person that they have to give out.
Yeah.
And the quantity of what they have to get, like buttons. Or, like,
Sometimes
stickers.
they have like they'll put out some, and then when those are gone,
Yeah.
they'll wait a couple hours and
And
put
then
out
they
some more.
put
Something
them.
like
And
that.
so, I mean, that's essentially your swag. You get a bag full of
that's
just,
cool.
like, free stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah, like random things like you end up coming out with like random posters and stuff they give you for free,
Yeah.
and like you try to hang
Like
on to them,
exclusive posters,
and then
yeah.
eventually they get folded in half, and then they all end up in the trash at the end of the day. But
Right.
yeah, so
one of
it's
those
Yeah.
that's easier to get like stuff like that. Like that
Well,
is
that's why
super
I would
easy to
go.
do, but
Or to go to Hall H.
to get into the panels,
Yeah.
like Comic Con is like you might as well get in line right now and just wait till July because it's terrible. Yeah. So I know there's been talk of like having tickets for events and things like that, but if they sell them, then you're gonna have like scalpers, people
Yeah.
that'll go in and get 100 of them and try and sell, and that's gonna be bullshit. But it'd be easier to have like some kind of like online registration because they've already had to go through leaps and bounds to make this simple. They have the website crash all the time. So in the last couple of years, they created you have an account and you have like your ID assigned to you. So when you make that purchase, it logs that ID to say this person is in line to buy a ticket because it's only open for like an hour. Within an hour, they're sold out. That's it. Like it's just done. So you get in line, and you get your ticket, and then and then as they process, because they basically put you in a queue, and you have to sit there and wait at the website
That's what I'm saying, man.
until they say that like
too
okay
much.
you're
That's
up.
why I'm not going to go to Comic Con because it seems
Well,
like too much hassle.
There were tons of people that were buying tickets, and then they were saying, "Oh no, wait, we had to refund your money because it was already sold out."
Yeah,
stuff like that. Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
And
So
tickets
one
went on
time
sale today?
waiting for the tickets
Today.
to go up, and then all this shit.
And they're sold out.
within an hour.
An hour.
Yeah, well, it's only open for an hour. Yeah, so I just tried to find something real quick about it, like whatever. But anyway, yeah, so it's only open for an hour, and they just sell out. Yeah.
Stupid.
Whereas like there's still tickets available for WonderCon. And WonderCon's been out for like a month.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
WonderCon's not. I mean, it's not that. Personally, I like WonderCon a lot more because it's smaller, obviously, because now there's still tickets available.
Yeah.
I just think it's. I mean, I go there to buy cool things and look at cool vendors and stuff. I think it's really neat. I don't need to see the cast of The Big Bang Theory talk about the show, the new season in the theaters. And I mean, I think that's mainly the big draw. Is that
But did you go to any of the panels when we went to WonderCon?
I've been in before. Yeah, we went to the one saw Neil Gaiman talk about his episodes he wrote for Doctor Who.
So the more I go,
I mean,
to these,
that's cool. I mean, then like if that's your bag, that's totally fine.
I'll say the more that I
But,
go, the more
yeah.
I want to go to the panels. At first, I was like, "Fuck the panels! Like, I
Yeah.
want to see the floor. There's so many things." But as the more I go, the more like I've already seen that. Now
Yeah.
I want to try and get.
But
these.
I mean, I don't need to wait. And, you know that, like you're saying, super long for the Hall H stuff, do all stuff. It's just like it's going to be online in an hour anyway. Like whatever trailer they're
news?
showing is going to be. Like,
Maybe not
you
the
know,
trailers.
Well, but I mean, it's going to be online eventually. I'll see it
Yeah.
eventually. It's not. Yeah, I don't want to wait discomfort waiting in line. I'd rather go out and have fun, like do things, like just go see people and talk to them.
Like record podcasts.
Or just like go talk to artists, like go to the artists.
Yeah,
alley.
yeah.
That's like my favorite thing is to go like see the celebrities, go see the artists, and like help them out. That's super cool. I don't know. That's my personal feeling. I mean, that's cool. Again, if that's what you want to do, like go see these Hall H things, more power to you. That's awesome.
Okay, so Hall H,
yeah.
and then like the panels that were like at WonderCon.
All the other panels.
Like I've been
I
able
know.
to go see tons of panels at WonderCon and not have to wait in line for an
Right.
hour because like I tried to get into when I went last year. Kevin Smith was in there moderating a panel about Batman, and we wanted to go in and see it, but the line was the room was full, and the line was still like a mile long. So we're like, okay, fuck it, we'll go back to the floor.
Right.
But then I've been in to see Max Brooks's panel like twice when it was in San Francisco, and we were in the front row. Like we just walked in.
Right.
And so I mean, it's not just to shit on Max Brooks by any means, but like you can pick and choose your panels, and you might be able to get into some
Right.
without having to wait for 6 hours and sit in 3 panels early just to do it. But WonderCon, where it is now at the Anaheim Convention Center, it's a much bigger facility than what
that's
the
cool.
Moscone Center
Yeah.
was in San
Yeah, yeah.
Francisco. So getting into that main arena, it was super easy because there's just like the mezzanine, balcony section.
Right.
There's a floor. There's just tons of space. It was just able to fit more people. It was just easier
Right.
to come and go. So we were able to get into some other panels over there. The floor has tons of space to grow. I don't know how it compares to San Diego in terms of size, but I imagine they got to be able to move. If Comic-Con ever needed to move from San Diego, that would be something that they could move to, was to Anaheim.
When's WonderCon this year?
It's the first weekend in April. It's like 3rd, 4th, 5th, something like that.
So many things happening.
Yeah, it's usually like Easter weekend.
Yeah.
So
That'd be kind of fun to go to WonderCon in Anaheim. I really don't like Southern California, but I might need to go down.
So I went last year, right, and we stayed at this motel down the street, whatever hotel, the Alamo Inn, and it was close enough that we were able to walk down there,
Right.
and it was doable. We just were able to walk super quick. We ran over to Trader Sam's and got a drink at the Disneyland Hotel, that night, and it's it is cool just to be to be that close to be able to walk there. Split the room with a couple people, so it wasn't too crazy, but
I mean, did you have a good time?
yeah, no, we had a great time. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, no, I hate it. No, yeah, I had a really awesome, awkward experience running into Gigi Edley from Farscape on the
yeah,
street. We were walking there, and I got nice and awkward. Also got to see Kevin Smith. We were like, "Fuck that panel, let's get out of here." If we hadn't left, we never would have walked past the elevators as Kevin Smith was coming out. So got to see him. It's better than waiting in that line and never seeing him at all. Yeah, but I mean, it's cool. It was doable. There's tons of stuff there.
All right. Might need to reconsider my opinion.
I can't go this year. Like I already know I'm on this stupid shift,
way
whatever.
too
But there's already too many people off that I'm gonna have to cover.
All going
those
to
shifts.
WonderCon.
Yeah, there's too many people already going. Yeah. So I'm out. So I'm just like I'm not even paying attention. I'll just wait and see what comes out of it. But there's lots of Fresno stuff I'm gonna try and do this year. So
No, that's cool.
hopefully see. Because in April there's also the Bookworm convention. So we'll talk a little bit more on a future episode.
closer.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, would you ever go to a Walking Dead panel?
Probably not,
Why is that?
because I watched an episode and it made me really angry.
I've been sitting on that segment for about 10 minutes.
For months, and it still applies in season 5 after season 1 of the show, because all they do literally is, and they finally broke it down.
Okay, episode 1. Talking about episode 1
Of the mid-season
of
break.
the
Return.
mid-season return.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. I guess we can start from there. That seems like a good point. It was a whole episode. I feel like the episode could have just been told like in 5 minutes. They help out. Everyone hates Chris. They go to his house. His family's dead or whatever.
He's going through so much.
The dude gets bitten, and they don't chop his arm.
I want to see.
No, they do chop off his arm.
Hold on, I want to see fan fiction that it's
Right.
everyone hates Chris as he's got separated from his family down in the south.
Isn't he the one who actually came to Sierra Vista?
I don't know, man.
Did he? I don't know.
One of the Walking Dead actors actually visited Sierra Vista.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Chris.
There's a bunch of those events
So they
coming
cut
up.
off his
We'll talk about
arm,
it later.
and then he dies. Spoiler alert. That took 2 minutes. The show took like 45 minutes to explain this. It's a lot of padding, a lot of like... I get what they're trying to do. They took like this new editing technique that I really didn't like. It just seems like a lot of padding.
Yeah.
For the show. It just
Yeah.
seems like a lot of like him, which actually the character that did die, I'm not gonna say who, but the character that did die,
There were too many black
he
people
was
on
one
the
of
show.
my, no, he was
Can
like one
only
of
have
my
one
favorite
black
characters.
guy.
I actually thought
Yeah.
like he was gonna take over
Yeah,
for,
I really liked him.
I really thought he was gonna take over for Rick as the leader of the group once they killed
Yeah.
Rick. I mean, smart move to kill off Rick. But I'm saying, like, I think it'd be kind of cool.
Wait,
like,
fucking spoiler alert! Come on, man.
well, no, I'm saying I
No,
thought he
if
would
they-
he would have
Oh,
been a
if.
cool leader
Oh.
if they killed off Rick. He would have been a
Okay.
cool guy to like step
A
up.
lot of
and
people
become-
have not read the books.
Oh no,
so
no, I'm
if
not.
there's-
I'm not.
If you're gonna
it's
drop
not
a bombshell like that,
No.
I
I'm
might
just
fight
saying.
you.
No, I'm saying like if they ever choose to kill off Rick, I'm not saying they ever do in the comics, whatever. I'm saying like if they ever do in the TV show, I think he would have been a cool guy to become a leader.
Yeah.
I didn't say the name, so it's okay. So once they kill him off, it's like well, that sucks. Like
a
it
little
made me
kid,
really
by the
mad,
way.
and the whole episode just seems like a bunch of just like padding, terrible editing, just like all the stuff that could have been made to like make the like they had an idea of what they wanted to do, which is fine. And there was some exposition, like they talked about like, well, where we can go now? What are we gonna do? I mean,
Which
that's fine,
always
but I mean,
happens.
but it takes like a whole TV show length for like 5 minutes to explain what happens. And that to me is just kind of like almost borderline lazy writing. And then the new episode, I'm like, all right, because like I get excited. The show, like they could do like their season ending breaks or like mid-season breaks. And I'm like, so then I watch the episodes and I'm like, all right, it's kind of cool. And they get like one episode, I'm like, yeah. And then they break and I'm like, whatever. And then it comes back, I'm like, oh, it's coming back, maybe it'll be good. And then I get like, yeah, I get excited, and then
That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of
Yeah.
this whole like, oh, maybe it'll be good this time.
yeah, and then the second episode happened, or the second episode in the mid-season, from the mid-season break happened.
2.2.
And I get it that like the group is tired. Then like they're getting to the point now where like they actually blatantly say we are the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Took them like 4.5 seasons to finally get that joke.
Yeah.
But I mean
I
like
mean, The Talking Dead, which is the show after.
yeah, because all they do is fucking talk and walk in the show and they kill zombies. So it had like two of the most like boring zombie fights ever. Like one fight, the first fight and the big zombie fight, it's like they're literally dodging them and knocking them off a ledge, which to me is like. And then I know like something goes wrong, then they have to like finally act like it comes.
Somebody was watching me while I play video games.
Right. Yeah. And so I do things, dodge, kill.
Yeah.
And then like so I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then like it diffuses the situation and whatever. More exposition of them talking and trying to figure out what they're going to do. They finally kind of come to the decision what they're going to do. More walking and talking. They find a place to stay that's safe for the night. And then another cool zombie attack happens. I'm like, yeah, ready to happen. They literally, when it gets to the point of like, yeah, they cut to commercial. Next day, they come back from commercial. Fight's done.
Yep.
It's like all the fighting's taken off screen. And it's just like,
But that moment was
have the
intense.
money.
That moment was intense,
I know,
right?
it was.
Because they needed help,
Yeah.
but they couldn't shout for help because they're trying to make sure
Right.
the zombies don't know anybody's inside.
I get it,
right?
and I understand it's
Yeah.
cool too. But
Is
I'm
that
saying
really
like,
how it comes back?
Okay.
yeah,
It's done?
yeah. Then
Off
they
screen?
like commercial,
Yeah.
and the whole fight's it's like it's
There's
there's
this
a commercial
pile of
break.
goo.
While I'm waiting for like watch Breaking Saul or like
But
whatever it's called.
it's fucking
Better Call Saul.
all the trees are pulled down,
Right.
and it's like, so what was it?
Yeah, there's like a
tornado?
crazy like storm happened, like crazy like storm and like knocked down, killed all the zombies, and like there's a big storm.
But would it have been
We
a
see
tornado?
none of
Like
that.
what?
We see the-
what's gonna bring down those trees that wouldn't bring down that fucking shack
Exactly.
they were in?
And then the comeback commercial, cut to them waking up, being like, oh, everything's fine, worked itself out.
We're going to talk for 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. But it's cool. Anyway, so I'm just like,
I don't know.
But he finally said.
I'm still-
He finally said the
he finally
title.
said
They worked it
The
into
Walking
the.
Dead,
Yeah.
Which for me, like movies, when it happens in movies, I love that. When it happens in final, like,
Yeah.
I am the Miami cop, like whatever, like it is the Jurassic Park, like whatever, like this is the title of the movie.
This is the Jurassic
This
World.
is the Star Wars. Like no, it
There
makes
is a
sense,
clear
like,
and present danger.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Olympus has fallen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're on some kind of Star
We
Trek.
are trekking into darkness. Yeah, no. So I'm
Star Trekking into darkness.
But I mean, I'm gonna keep watching the show. Yes, obviously. But
Yeah, I
mean,
feel like
just
I'm
the past couple
committed.
episodes just been like, man, I'm just so sick of the show.
Like one of like the most basic things I've ever been taught with like filmmaking, I'm not saying I know more than the people of Walking Dead, is when your actors are talking, make sure they're doing something.
Yeah, not just sitting around talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like everything stops. The whole world stops just to have a backstory exposition about why someone doesn't like this person.
And I mean, it's cool. Like, I mean, I understand exposition, I get that, but it seems like this happens every
Walk while you do
episode.
it.
Like,
Play
just-
with something.
Yeah, do something productive instead of
Yeah.
standing there being like, well, I don't think we should go to Washington. Well, I think we should. No, I don't think we should go to Washington. Well, I think we should go. Well, I don't
The
think we
guy
should
was
go.
lying.
Yeah,
There's not actually
yeah.
a cure. Let's just
And it's
talk
just-
about it.
And I mean, like, it just makes for like frustrating TV show because I mean, like, they're 45 minutes, and I get all I get.
Yeah.
I explain to you in 2 minutes what happened in the whole show.
Yeah. And they seem like they should be like seasoned warriors now.
right.
They don't walk in formation or anything. They all just walk around.
It bugs me. But the opposite of the Walking Dead TV shows, The Flash. The Flash is an amazing TV show because every episode feels, pardon the pun, fresh, fast, and fun. Like they're just like really like something's
They really
always
like that
constantly
alliteration,
happening, and they're just like really like every episode seems like
Yeah.
really like. And it's to
There's
me like
joy.
so there's the Flash and then there's Arrow.
Okay, so I haven't seen any of these WB, CW, whatever shows. Like I haven't seen any of them.
Right.
So
I'm not gonna spoil anything for
if you could quickly give me a reason to watch each one.
Pitch it to me.
one stars the Flash, one stars the Arrow. So then the Arrow is that it's like
Who's
a super.
who's the Arrow?
Yeah, he's the Green Arrow.
Oh,
But
they
they just call him
shortened
the
it.
Arrow because
Yeah.
it makes it sexy. So it's
more phallic that way.
Yeah, makes it think like Magic Mike and shit.
I'll give
No,
you the
it's
Arrow.
it's
Which has the best poster I've ever seen.
it is pretty terrible. But on the nose.
and it comes out later this
Yeah,
year.
and then but it's like the Arrow like it came out a couple years ago. They're like already like season like 3 or 4, right?
3 or 4,
something like that. They're pretty far in there, but it just totally reminds me of like every DC movie, like Dark Knight Returns. Superman Returns, like super dark, and,
Grim
like,
dark.
angry like superhero, like I got to kill him because I need to for the sake of the city. I love the city, blah blah blah, whatever.
You have failed this city.
Exactly. And then but the Flash is like the exact opposite. The Flash reminds me of like a Marvel TV show where like everything's super fun,
Yeah.
like they're making jokes, having a good time. It's hard to even believe, like except for the couple crossover episodes they have, that they even exist in the same universe.
They already have crossovers.
Yeah.
Even before
And
Flash
they're
came out, there
super
was a
great. Yeah,
crossover.
they're super
Okay.
super cool. And that's another reason because like
So
watching.
they work. They're good. It's not
Yeah,
hokey.
No, but like
was-
like watching the crossover
kinda
episodes, like
hokey.
the Flash and Green Arrow, it's like watching like a poor man's version of like the Avengers, because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like the 1/10 of the Justice League are together having fun, and then it's like,
Is that better than when like Sif is on?
oh, so much better.
The Agents
It
of
works. It
S.H.I.E.L.D.,
works so
yeah.
much better
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's not just one episode. He's in multiple episodes.
Okay.
He's in Arrow before he's even the Flash. He's Barry Allen.
Oh,
He
wow.
comes on the show as Barry Allen, and then gets the Flash powers later on, and then they all kind of like ties it together. In a
Yeah,
cool,
and some of
neat
Arrow's
way.
crew ends up in the Flash
Yeah,
episode.
and they all like tie over, and they have like fun conversations.
They like
of-
hint at like a romance between.
Yeah, and the other
Felicity
character stuff.
and
Like, there's
Flash.
episodes where like, all right, Barry, see you later. Hang up the phone. Like, well, Barry says we should do this, and it's like that's super cool. They just call him like, hang up the phone. Like, they don't even show him. They just talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's like that sort of like interaction that I really enjoy on this TV show. I think it's really neat. And like again, like every episode of The Flash is like really new, and just like seems like
It's
like
just fun.
they're exactly, they're fun. But the Arrow again wades too much in flashbacks.
Yeah.
The show is essentially based
Flashbacks with
in
him with
flashbacks.
fucking long hair.
Yeah, tell
This
the
is
way
the
that
past
you love.
because he has long
Yeah.
hair.
He has long hair.
But I'm
yeah.
saying like it's and it's just like because like I've like watched both episodes like every week Tuesday it's Flash and
One
then
Arrow's
Wednesday's
Wednesday.
Arrow. And then so I watch them back to back because like I catch up on one time, right, watch them, and like I watch the Flash, I'm like, this is great, and then I watch the Arrow, I'm like, they're still talking.
They're still talking.
They're
It's
still
the Walking
doing
Dead syndrome,
flashbacks.
yeah.
Exactly, they're still doing flashbacks to like shows, and it's like it worked the first couple seasons. You're in season 3 or 4 now. Like, you gotta get out of that thing, man. You gotta make like new, like strive new episodes.
This sounds like
forward. And
what happened with Lost.
And kind of is.
They're
And
gonna
that's
do
kind of what I'm
fast
getting to.
forward
Yeah, Flash sideways.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, they're gonna. I don't know. So I mean, as far as like superhero, like nerdy TV shows on the air right now, like my
The
favorite
Flash.
one currently going on is The Flash.
I'm hoping
And Agent Carter, but Agent Carter already ended.
God.
But Agent Carter
I haven't
itself was
finished
really,
it.
really good. Agent
I
Carter.
have 2 more to watch.
Yeah, I put on Hulu and I blew through like 4 episodes in one
So
night.
good.
I just I put it on. I'm like, I got to go on tonight. Put it on.
It's
like
the same
5
feeling
a.m.,
of
I'm
Flash.
like,
it's
oh.
just fun. There's
Yeah.
a lot of action. It's
I watched like the first 3 of
Yeah.
Agent Carter, and then I'm behind now.
And not to say they're not bad shows because they're fun. Because you can have good shows that are fun. You don't need to wait in the darkness that doesn't
Yeah.
make. And again, it's the Marvel to DC argument again. You can have good storytelling like the Dark Knight Returns or the Dark Knight movies. You can also have good storytelling like the Avengers or like
Yeah.
Captain America, and they're not super dark. They're super intense. Sometimes they get like serious, and I accept that, and it's cool. It's just different storytellings, but it just seems like different ways to approach it, and I'm not appreciating certain shows that are doing that still. And that's my gripe about TV.
1 or 2 minutes.
Do you want to keep going, or you want to cut it at an hour?
Let's keep
Or
going.
it's not even 100%.
Let's go
Yeah.
for a hun- let's go
And
for,
we might be
let's go
over
for
already.
2 days.
You want to just keep going till we end and whatever?
let's keep
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
What
do it
was that?
organically.
Fine.
Speaking of TV shows, another tangent. This cartoon that I really, really love called Gravity Falls. They had a new episode, I think, earlier this week, and it's been the first new episode in like 2 months. And it's probably going to be like the last episode they probably ever air because Disney just kind of like gave them the short end of the stick and was like, here's one episode like in December, you get another one like in February.
What's he doing?
It's hanging out.
Well, he
He's
was
just
chilling.
He was reaching inside the bars a second ago.
Well, there's a glass
Yeah,
there.
we all been there. It's cool, man.
A couple, I guess a few months ago now, somebody already punched out a window over there.
Well, we're here now, and it's on film, so he punches in a window. We can see
We
it.
can go run over and look through the hole. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here.
I'll dial
Trying to film a
9-1.
podcast.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway,
What do you think about Flash?
What do you think about the new Miles Morales?
I shouldn't have said anything. It should have been funny. Suddenly there's just like a guy.
Smash through.
The ghost.
I didn't see anything. You said I was the one to go with it.
My bad. Anyway,
So this cartoon show is really amazing. I think it's really funny. I totally think people should watch it a lot. If not vie for
one
it,
of the
to
makers of
stay-
Walking
to
Dead.
stay on the air of it to being a good show. It's a really, really funny, smart show. Far smarter than it has any reason to be for like a little kids cartoon show on Disney. But it's probably gonna be like I think as far as I know it's gonna be the last episode of the whole series. It's really funny.
It's only 1 season?
It's 2 now. They're in second season, but they're
Okay.
pretty much gonna end the second season right now. And it's really funny. I think it's hilarious.
Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
I'll have to. When is it going to be on Netflix?
I don't think it's gonna be. I had to buy the DVDs and do all the stuff. Yeah. And it's like I bought because I think they're in the middle. I think it's like the 8th episode of like the second season. The first season is probably like 18 episodes, 20 episodes. The first 2 DVDs only go to like the 14th episode, so there's still 6 episodes left of the first season that has been released, and I don't even think there's even plans to release the 3rd volume on DVD. So I don't know. I think it's a cool thing. I think people should watch it. It's really funny. I enjoyed it a lot. It's really smart. It's really clever for being a little kid show, and
Yeah.
it's, I don't know. It's up there with like almost like upper echelon, like little kid
And you really
TV
think
shows.
Disney has like
It's on.
stopped it, or
It's on
is it just
Disney
ratings?
XD.
It's on Disney XD, so you get to watch all
Yeah.
the good
Yeah.
little Marvel cartoons too.
So
I
as
just
it says here, so June 14th, 2014, it was confirmed that season 2 would premiere on August 1st. Disney Channel they're on Disney Channel with the rest of the season airing first on Disney XD, as Disney XD is considering the new home for the series.
Right.
So it may or may not stay there.
Yeah.
But-
So I mean, the newest episode came out on the 16th, I believe, February. And I mean, before that, it's been like a month or 2 until like the last episode before that came out. So I'm saying like that's never a good sign when like it takes
Yeah.
2 months for a new episode to come out. That's insane. I mean, it happened to Firefly, it happened to a bunch of TV shows that we love. The Clerks cartoon show.
Yeah.
That everyone. I mean,
D&D
they would
animated special.
just bounce around like their time schedule until they're just like just kill it. It's on that point now where I'm like, oh man, that sucks.
It's
'Cause it's a
doomed.
really funny show.
Yeah, this guy's got a few popular things here. He also does Phineas and Ferb,
Yeah.
the creator, Alex Hirsch. So I don't know what all that noise is there. Anyway, Kristen Shaw does a voice on that. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's
Linda
like her least
Cardellini.
annoying cartoon voice that she can do because she has a really
It's
intense.
not even
voice.
her normal voice.
Yeah, she has like a really intense voice, but in this cartoon it makes sense because she plays like a little girl. I suppose she plays a little girl on Bob's Burgers, but I don't know why she kicks in like 10th gear where it's just like even more like screeching and annoying. I can't stand it.
That's what people want.
Huh?
That's what the people want.
I guess. Like I can't stand her character on like 30 Rock. Can't stand her character on Bob's Burgers or any of the TV shows she's been in. But this cartoon show, she does okay, and it doesn't.
Yeah,
You know,
that's another
sorry.
Flight of the Conchord reference today.
Right.
Yeah,
Again, I'm saying like every other
Yeah.
TV show she's been in, it's kind of like.
she's pretty funny on there. I don't
No,
know.
she's
as being,
funny,
their
but like her
only
voice
fan.
kind of grinds, like gets me.
Mhm.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all my TV gripes.
There's a Westworld
Westworld
TV
TV?
series coming out.
What's it gonna be on?
So, are you guys familiar? So, Westworld is
a
a
fake theme
show.
park
Was it from the
movie?
70s?
Michael
Was it a
Crichton.
No,
TV?
a movie. It was a movie.
Yeah.
From
Well, the guy,
70s.
the same author that wrote Jurassic Park wrote the book.
Michael Crichton. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Westworld is supposed to be a future type of technologically advanced civilization.
But there
whatever
wasn't
creates-
just a Westworld. There are many worlds.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was called
There were
Westworld.
multi-worlds.
But there was a resort destination area where it had like medieval world and Roman world and West world and whatever, all these different things that like it was all robots. And you could go in there and you could do whatever you want. You could go screw everybody, or you could fight, or you could, if you wanted to go into the medieval world and you wanted to be king, you could be king, you could do whatever you wanted. So you set it up and just have fun, right? So Westworld, it's got God, what's his name? Is it Yul Brynner or whatever?
Yeah, Yul Brynner.
Yeah,
He was
and,
the main robot.
yeah, and then it's
Spoiler.
it's like Jonathan. What's his name? Jonathan Landis, whatever. It's from not Touched by. Is it Touched by an Angel? No. What is it? It's that other. Why do I got like an IMDb right here, and I'm like,
On it.
yeah. There's another Angel show. What is it? It's Jonathan Landis redirected to it was autocorrected to Jonathan Ladies. John Landis, is that it? Nope, that's the director.
John Landis directed Merc Wolf.
I don't know.
Which is also
Fuck
amazing.
it, I'm just gonna look up Westworld.
I don't know what you're doing, Matt.
I should totally look
Yeah.
these things up ahead of
If only
time.
we-
I looked up half of them earlier. So it's Michael Crichton directed it, and it is Yul Brynner is the gunslinger on there.
The
but,
robot. Yeah.
Am I just making up fucking names now?
I think you are, man.
James Brolin. I don't know why I was stuck on
Oh,
that.
James Brolin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
From
James.
Pensacola, Wings of Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, star of. And father of Thanos.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Okay. Anyway, James Brolin. I don't know how the fuck I got on the other tangent. Anyway, he. They go to the
headshot, by the way.
yeah they go to the resort and things fall apart, people start dying, whatever, right? It's basically Jurassic Park
Yeah,
with
both
people.
robots.
Yeah.
It'd be like, wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so anyway,
writes
so
what he
then
knows.
so there was a sequel to that called Future World, where they go
Yeah,
into like
Future World,
space,
yeah.
I
whatever,
haven't
right?
seen that one.
Yeah. So so
Future World.
HBO is releasing a series called Westworld, and I think it's going to be about artificial intelligence and robots and things like that. And it's going to be, I believe, it's just a mini series.
It's going to be on HBO?
Yeah, a
I'm
mini
okay with
series
that.
based
Yeah.
on
It's going to be like
Westworld.
I hope it's also gonna be in the
10 episode
70s.
series. or whatever.
Yeah. So I imagine, like, so the movie kind of starts off with these guys going on vacation, and then they go into the world, and then things fall apart, whatever, right? So this, I think, is going to be more on the development of the
Like a
robots and
prequel?
everything, and then going into it, and then things will fall apart more towards the end.
Why do we program them to feel
Yeah.
pain?
Yeah.
I wish we didn't do that. We need more Bort license plates. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, what else we got here? Any other TV stuff you want to talk about? No.
Think go
Should we move on to the next category we got?
Hope it's more Nicolas Cage talk.
Hold on, I'm almost to.
Stand by.
Here we go.
Stand by to stand by.
Michael Landon. That's who I was thinking of. Michael Landon. He was in Little House on the Prairie, but he was also in I lost it again. Damn it.
Stand by.
Highway to Heaven. Fuck.
Okay, no.
Highway to
Sadly,
Heaven.
I knew.
Yeah.
Highway to Heaven. I have no idea.
Highway
He
to
was the main
Heaven.
guy in Highway to Heaven, right?
Yeah.
Main character.
Highway to Heaven.
That's the picture I
Michael
knew.
Landon.
Yeah.
That's
I was
Michael
like, the guy with
Landon.
the hair.
He does look
Yeah.
very similar to how
remember-
James Brolin looked in, whatever. But
I remember him from
And Thanos.
yeah, Half Fairy, but I remember Highway to Heaven. I don't think I ever seen it.
Highway to Heaven came out a few years later, whatever,
was a
where
TV
he's
show, right?
yeah. So he's the angel stuck on Earth going around,
Right.
you know, trying
The only
to
angel
set
show
right
I
what
know-
once went wrong.
Yes, Angel
and
show.
hope that his
No,
lead
besides Angel.
will be
What was
well.
the other one? Guardian.
Touched by an Angel?
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Delta
I
Berg
often
and
get these two
Yeah.
confused.
Okay. I have no
so
idea what that one is. But
So do
right
you
on.
remember there was a story a little bit ago from Fresno of the Good Samaritan that ran into the burning house
Yeah,
and
yeah,
carried
yeah.
out the guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Was
So
him?
no, it's not
Okay.
his. No. Okay.
This we're gonna take an awesome turn.
Okay, so on the Highway to Heaven, there we go. I'm gonna pull up a picture here. Highway to Heaven TV show. He had a sidekick, right? So the dude that was always running around with him, and he had a baseball hat on in the show, right? So
it
when,
the
so
Angels baseball
when
hat?
I'm watching the Good Samaritan video, the little cell phone video of the guy running out of the house, he also has a baseball hat on, and it was a Dodgers hat. And in my mind, it totally clicked. Oh my God, it's just like the show. Like they're going in saving these people, right? Well, it's a Oakland A's hat. That's what it was. Yeah. So either way, baseball, whatever, it would have been fucking amazing.
Baseball hat,
it would have been
whatever.
amazing if it was an Oakland A's hat. If he
Yeah,
could
yeah,
come
that
running
would
out,
be, yeah,
and it was like it just would have been fucking side by side. It would have been great. But-
Play the theme song during the.
Yeah, you had the meme ready, but
yeah, almost. We're almost there. Not quite. Yeah. Okay. So next segment.
Next segment.
No segue. No segue. We're just gonna go to the next segment. So we had
We're
a
gonna
new
have a title
category.
that's gonna crawl like rats.
We had a new category, science. I had a new category, science. From NoTownNerds, we're going to talk a little bit about science because I nerded out pretty hard at this. So they just announced that there was 100 people selected for they whittled it down to 100 people for the Mars mission to Mars. Yeah. So it is a one-way trip to Mars.
One of the movie called
Mission to Mars. Yeah. So out of 200,000 people. From 140 countries,
anyone
they brought it down to 705 finalists.
and our very own Matt. I could pronounce the segue, Matt.
All right, so
I'm
then
announcing it here.
okay, so then in December they got it down to 660, and then just
They did a drug
recently
test. Went
they
down to
have
100.
it's about 50, so now it's about 50 men and 50 women,
Yeah.
and I think from there it's gonna go down again. What do they say?
I should make it a reality show.
All right. Help NASA get some money back. All right, no.
I wouldn't watch it, but
It'll be six teams of 4.
Watch, actually. It'll probably be nutty.
So they're going to go down to 6 teams of 4 from that 100. So, but they're going to send everybody that they will need to continue on with society. So they'll have doctors, dentists. There's going to be electricians, like
Parakeets.
mechanics. Like there's going to be everybody. So you're going to be able to be self-sustaining.
Sandwich makers.
yeah. Are they
But-
gonna need an editor?
Hairstylist. Oh, hairstylist.
You'll have to wait. You'll have to wait.
Yeah.
But there probably is something.
Probably, yeah.
They probably all have.
What's it gonna do?
They probably all have Flobies so they
Yeah.
can suck up all the hair, right? Anyway, so
Future talk.
Okay, so this plan was released. Majority of the plan was released, not everything, because there's technology yet to be invented and developed, and
Sex
also
bots.
they don't want everything to be known because it's like security
Right,
issues,
right,
things like that, right? Well, an MIT group looked over the plans and was like, "Hey, these guys are going to die within like a month." Like they're going to suffocate. Like, what do you mean they're going to suffocate? Of course, we're going to send them with enough air to go to live, right?
All these Flobies got to.
All right. So did you guys see Interstellar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, right? Okay.
Finally.
So, spoiler alert.
They all die in a month.
People are going to suffocate on Earth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I never considered all of these things, these facts, whatever. I knew like different elements of them, but I never like looked at the whole picture. Okay, so you light a match. What happens? Flame just burns the little wood, right? Tiny little flame. The reason that the entire like atmosphere, all the oxygen on the planet doesn't burn up with that is because oxygen is a tiny percentage of what we actually breathe. So it's mostly like nitrogen, a bunch of other gases, right? So that's air. Air is composed of many gases. So it only burns the oxygen. So small amount of oxygen, small flame, whatever, okay? So in order to keep the levels on the Mars habitat from getting to the point of combustion where oxygen is so high, they would need to vent the atmosphere to bring the levels down. So they have plants that produce oxygen, people that produce carbon dioxide. It's supposed to be the symbiotic rotation, right? Well, we're going to produce more carbon dioxide, plants will produce more oxygen than will produce carbon dioxide, right? So eventually the oxygen levels are going to go up to the point where we need to vent it to bring it down. Well, it's eventually going to keep going up and down to where carbon dioxide is more prevalent than oxygen at that point because we keep venting it. There's no way to separate the two gases now, at least effectively in that kind of environment. So the MIT group is saying that they're gonna die, they're gonna suffocate because it's all gonna be carbon dioxide. So I never fucking even thought about that. Of well, of course they can't. They can't have they can't have an oxygen-rich
atmosphere
in there because it just combust. So of course they have to have this mixture or whatever. But so NASA says. We're planning for this. We've got it covered. We're going on the basis that things that we're planning now will eventually be built by the time we need to leave because they're still 10 years away from arriving or whatever. So in 2018, Mars One plans to send equipment to Mars. They'll test what they need, right? So then in 2020, they'll actually send a trailer with equipment and buildings, right? So then in 2022, the full-scale cargo mission will take off, and then in 2023, the rover will cart the cargo to the spot it's prepared. So we've still got a ways to go. So it isn't even until 2024 that the first Mars One crew will actually leave. So they're 9 years, 10 years.
So they have to be a proper age.
Yeah. So a lot of these people are 20 years old. There's the youngest people are it's 19, 20 years old. But there's people all over that 20-year spectrum, whatever. But
so this all kicks off 2018.
Yeah.
Coincidence, Captain Marvel is coming out 2018.
Coincidence? Maybe not. But
maybe it's going to be science fact now, Nick.
Yeah. So this whole thing is it's kind of awesome that it's actually happening. It's kind of funny. I would have imagined that why don't we have people living on the moon?
Start small and then
right, we should be doing tests on the moon where it's easy to get people back from.
Right.
It's God, I said what the trip.
Well, there's
is here.
the dark side.
It's
well, the Transformers are there.
Yeah, right. That's why we don't need to go. We've already been.
We already conquered Earth.
So the first Mars One crew.
Conquered Earth.
The first Mars One crew. It's going to take 7 to 8 months.
That's crazy.
So the 6 teams of 4 will go. So 4 people trapped in.
8, 6.
What an amazing race that'll be.
Yes. So they'll be trapped in a small space. It says no showers and only canned and freeze-dried food for 6 to 8 months.
The worst shit's possible.
Right? Yeah. So they're going to be.
They have to
fucking
poop in the can.
God, yeah. So that's going to be crazy. So I don't know, man. It's.
Like animals, nothing.
I think eventually, they're trying to just get
smart monkeys or cats,
people there.
Plants.
God, what is it? Oh, so it says the average temperature is minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit. And gravity is 38% that of Earth.
So
they have serious things to
lighter.
What's that?
That mean things are heavier or lighter?
It's 38% of. So right now this is 100%. So it's 62% less. Gravity.
So we'd be jumping around.
Okay, yeah. So you had super jumps, right?
Cool. Yeah.
I know.
So so you'd be. So you're gonna be like John Carter.
Yeah, I saw John Carter.
Yeah. So you're gonna be like.
It'll make for a hilarious cutscene.
Yeah.
So some of the sketches or whatever are tubes that are gonna inflate and stuff like that. That it's gonna be, they're gonna have to send the buildings. The buildings will then construct themselves essentially, and then they have to start filling with oxygen. And they said that they have to wait for the pressure to reach a certain amount before they're willing to send people there to make sure that there's actually a habitat waiting for them they can survive in. But this is fucking scary, right? I mean, if anything goes wrong, they're done. Like there's no escape route.
I
Once
think all the
they're
people
on
signing up, though, they know.
they know, yeah, they
They're
know.
prepared to die for
Well, they
something.
know that right now there is
They'll just
no.
find a black hole and then go inside of it. And they can
Yeah.
figure that out.
Well, they
They'll
know
warn
right
themselves in the
now that
past.
there's no way home. That like there's no planned trip to send a shuttle there and come back. That we don't have the capability to have like a return craft or whatever that like to send a shuttle, something that can land and then definitely be able to take off again. Like they don't have it.
But
at
if
this
it
point.
works, you're the first person on Mars, which is pretty badass.
Yeah.
You're the first
We're
Martian.
going to make a statue out of you.
if you will.
Yeah, seriously.
Of
yeah.
you, not out of you.
Yeah, so it's going to be the yeah.
Cross that bridge and get there.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's pretty awesome that in our lifetime we're gonna have interplanetary travel. That like we're gonna be you know having a colony on another planet.
Tentatively, we might. It's not a thing yet. But.
So I mean 10 years. I mean that's that
We're
is
going to have like Avengers 7 by then?
yeah. We'll have the entire like Marvel movies.
line
Like
up.
they'll be rebooting the
We're going to be
Avengers by
right
then.
here 10 years later.
Yeah. Having our holograms.
So
and
they landed on
whatnot.
Mars yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
They just stand there and talk.
They didn't actually land on Mars. They just
It's
they
all
shot in
a
the studio.
sham.
Yeah, they only have one black guy.
Yeah.
Of course, he dies first.
Oh God. If anyone is listening to us, they're not going to listen to us after this one.
Yeah, probably. They know part of the company.
All right.
Or they'll get the
So-
buddies to listen.
Oh God. Okay, so I got my last little science thing here is
Science fact.
drones. Drones. Yeah, the FAA had some released some drone rules.
I'm grabbing the titles.
Yeah.
Sorry. We're having our own fun.
Yeah. Do you guys ever mess with any of that stuff? Did you ever see any of
Drones?
these things?
No.
Yeah, like it's kind of awesome. Just for RC cars and planes and whatever.
The way they hover
helicopters.
freaks me out, like gnats. It's like,
Hummingbirds.
yeah, it like defies all laws of physics to me.
Well, it's remote control planes and helicopters.
it's
stuff like
Satan.
that. They've been around forever, but calling them drones
Black
is like
magic.
a new
Yeah.
term. But I don't really know what the difference is between like a remote control helicopter and a drone. I
What's
think.
his RC? The other one says.
Yeah.
US government.
So, but the FAA had some rules about like you can't operate it like without being able. It's got to be within your line of sight. So whenever you're running them, so you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't just use like a wireless transmitter and operate it remotely and send them out or whatever. So that means that the Amazon drone delivery service that's out, which that was a
Really?
fucking stupid idea
That's
to
dumb,
begin
yeah.
with. Yeah, you're just gonna be
Drop it on your chili.
TVs and iPods and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So so that's out. Okay. So some of the rules are they had to weigh less than 55 pounds, and
TV's pretty light now, but
they must remain close enough for the operator to be capable of seeing the aircraft with vision unaided by any device other than corrective lenses.
so it's just like lazy,
kinda
like
funny.
milkmen or like like post office guys like walking up to the door and like zzz, there it is.
Well, no, it's more like you see the South Park drone episode.
yeah.
Like that one kind of correctly identifies a lot of like the fears and
understand,
problems
yeah.
or whatever. But like they don't want people spying and things like that, whatever. But it's daylight only operations. This is official sunrise, official sunset. Maximum airspeed of 100 miles per hour. Maximum altitude of 500 feet. Which that's kind of like the what they call it, the ceiling for like helicopters and airplanes. Everybody thinks usually above 500 feet. So
Makes sense. If I'm on a plane going like Vegas, I want to crash a bunch of drones.
yeah, right.
Carrying TVs and shit.
I think there's already some rules about like you can't operate within like 5 miles of
Can't operate a trunk.
of a yeah. Well, I think it's
They'll have an interlock
so
device.
you got to pass an initial aeronautical knowledge test at an FAA approved knowledge testing
which
center.
way is up?
Yeah, be vetted by the Transportation Security Administration. So they wanted you got to make sure that you're not a terrorist or whatever. Yeah. But no, people are already using these drones to like bring like drugs and shit across
Yeah.
the border.
Yeah, good for them.
So
Free trade.
yeah, it's kind of awesome. So they obtain an
Put it in the
unmanned,
catapult business.
unmanned aircraft operator certificate.
Drug deals. Keister.
You got to pass a recurrent aeronautical knowledge test every 24 months.
Oh, that's too much.
Why don't they make driving
Let's
tests
just send
like
the
this?
drones to
right?
Mars.
Yeah, you got to be at least 17 years old to do it. Man,
Yeah.
It's already taking selfies.
So it says report an accident to the FAA within 10 days of any operation that results in injury or property damage. So is damage to the aircraft, is that property damage, or if you damage somebody else's property?
Damage someone's property.
Yeah.
I imagine.
I don't know. And then there's another
Bounce off
there's
the
another
car,
classification if it's under 4.4 pounds, micro
Bouncing off
UAS.
other drones.
So it's kind of cool. Well, it's cool that they finally made some like rulings on it or whatever, right? So there's official
Yeah, they're all,
rules.
they're all like,
Yeah.
That's cool.
But
those rules make sense at least.
Yeah, but it's kind of been ambiguous as to what was and wasn't legal, whatever. Like people getting in trouble
But
for
this is
flying.
America,
Well, they're
damn it.
flying drones in Yosemite and just doing like aerial photography, but it's illegal to do it in a national park. It's illegal to fly any remote control aircraft. Yeah.
Well, I've seen a bunch
So-
of real estate ads here in Fresno using drones
Yeah.
to get all the nice sweeping.
You're also not
footage.
supposed to be using them for commercial purposes, so shooting commercials and things like that.
I
you're
mean,
supposed to be
I
getting in
never
trouble.
operated one.
But I've never heard of
But I've
anybody getting
seen
in
them,
trouble. I
yeah.
just heard it loosely, like these set of rules.
Yeah.
So it is good to see like something a little more, defined. But it's, I don't know. It's got its good and its bad. There's a bunch of companies developing stuff of like FlyDog and things like that, where they have like these like wrist-mounted tethers that. It tracks like the distance, so you can say, "Hey, follow behind me or circle around me," and then you go get on your dirt bike, and the thing will just fly circles around you while you're going on the track. So, or you're skiing downhill or something like that, or you're surfing or whatever. It's kind of cool, but
That's cool, yeah.
ultimately you have a fucking like weed whacker flying around that. If it falls into a crowd, the weight itself could kill somebody, let alone these propellers that are spinning around and go crash into somebody.
Or
Yeah.
to shoot the arrows that bounces off it.
I mean, I don't know. It's cool. They're super expensive, but there's a couple of them that are like $50, $100, something like that.
But
They're
aren't those like
easy
the
to
really
start.
small?
Yeah.
drones? Yeah.
But they're good to start with. They like to practice whatever, because some of these now have more like gyro, auto leveling, that kind of stuff, where you just tell the direction. But like those other smaller like little helicopters, the like single rotor or like dual rotor
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, those are harder to control because you're constantly having to control the level of thrust, whatever. So you have to always keep some kind of pressure on, because as you let off, it'll come down. If you let go, it just plummets.
Yeah, I get it,
But with some of these, like, it's got constant thrust that you say up, and it'll move up and then hover and then move down or whatever. So you have to control what's what. But they're neat. They just, once you start playing with them, I mean, it's totally like you get
Yeah.
that kid video game whatever feel, start shooting with them. But I'd like one just to be able to shoot with it. I think it'd be super cool to do some driving shots and things like that. Follow along next, outside of a car. Or
I
whatever.
read this thing where Shepperton
yeah.
Studios out in London, they like have a no drone policy because people are sending their drones to try and take pictures of Star Wars. I think that's funny.
Yeah.
They have signs, no drones.
Tennis rackets.
It'd be really, it'd be
They got
really
the full
funny to try and see,
skimmers.
like, how do you get them to come
security.
down or whatever? Yeah. Throwing string at them to try and foul up the
Nets.
blades. Yeah.
Shoot lasers at it.
Yeah. Something. I don't know. So. I think that's it. That's all we got here. So you gonna cut it? You gonna keep talking? I don't even know where we are on time.
I think we're like 10 minutes over.
Yeah, maybe 15.
Oh,
I don't know.
All right, well,
Aaron, what do you got?
My counter says 125.
ooh,
shit.
Yeah. So we got a couple more minutes.
You want to go 130 or you want to? What are you doing?
How long were you rolling before we actually started talking?
That is, I don't know.
me never.
Maybe
9 or 4, 7.
I would just
Okay,
cut
well-
it now. I feel like we covered a lot today.
Yeah, anything else
Yeah.
we need to?
So
I'm good.
We're good.
I think it's good. Okay.
Watch
so
Kingsman.
yeah, thank you for joining us. This has been NoTownNerds, and you can find us on Twitter and Stitcher and Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, so go on Facebook and like us. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. We post some behind-the-scenes pictures and fun stuff. And
Tune in next week for Eric's review of 50 Shades of Grey.
yeah.
It's going to be a sexy
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah, so if you are listening to this, tweet us, email us, give us some kind of sign that, there's a life out there. And, yeah.
That's the saddest end ever.
I know.
I don't know. We got some recent activity on our Twitter,
Yeah.
and some
Yeah.
other random podcasts are retweeting us and things like that, so that's cool. But nobody's said, "Hey, I listened to you guys. You're doing a good job," or "Hey, at least no one said you're doing a bad job." So
Not yet.
that's good. Yeah.
That is not an open
You know what? I
invitation
would
for hate
still,
mail.
I would feel good if we got hate mail, because then at least somebody's listening,
I wouldn't.
which is a sad note to end on. But anyway, Goodbye.
Have a week.